to bring some planner excitement to my YouTube channel today, my friends, because this is the Well Planned Gals collection for the 2022-2023 school year. Welcome back, friends. If you're brand new to my channel, my name is Arlene with Arlene & Company. I received in exchange for my honest review the collection from Well Planned Gal, and this is for the 2022-2023 school year. There's not only just homeschool planners in here. Well Planned Day planners are quite different as they can be all in one. There is also an on-the-go planner. There is the brand new day-by-day option. And there is a couple options I do not have with me, which is the large family one, which is a landscape. I'll show you a picture of that real quick so you can see that. So if you have a large family, maybe you want to look at that option. And then what's coming soon that has not released yet is they're going to have a custom planner option. So that's very exciting, especially if you feel like you still need to tweak quite a bit and make it totally your own. That may be the option for you, so hang out for that. I also have a discount code that they graciously extended to me. I'm not affiliated, but they did extend a discount code for my followers, which is Arlene15. You'll find the link to my page, influencer page that they created for me, which was so cool. Like, hey, I was like, hey, that's me. Anyways, there's a page there and it has a shortcut links to the products that I am showing today. So that is exciting, quick and easy for you to help you navigate the page. So that link is in the captions down below. All right, I have also two student planners that I am going to show you. However, I'm going to focus on those in video 2. So hang out with me. Make sure you subscribe. Video 2 will be coming in the next couple of days, and I will share the high school planner, which is amazeballs. The resource pages and everything in here is just, I love it, love it, love it, love it. And then their regular student planner that starts for gears for ages or grades 3 to 8th grade. So I'm going to be showing you a comparison of these two planners in video 2. So I'm going to focus on that then. On this video, I'm going to focus on the 3 main planner options so that you can decide, hey, this is what I would like. Add some of the accessories. If you've seen, I have the large Well Planned Gal, the one that fits the full planner, and I'll grab that in just a bit to show you guys. But I got the one that fits their 6x9. And I am super in love with it. It doesn't have the rings like the other one does. It does have the little pockets on here. So if you are using a smaller planner, this is absolutely fabulous to do that. And I got a sticker pack for the student sticker pack. I've had the homeschool sticker packs before. They have a bunch, like a bunch. They have a lot of accessories. They have the erasable pens and all that jazz. And you can see that my old reviews from previous year on my Instagram, IGTV. Look at the little ones first before the originals, because I know a lot of you folks may be familiar with the original. However, there is a lot of changes, my friends, this year. There's a lot of changes. And one of the questions I know I'm going to get, you're like, wait a second, Arlene, I thought you only use secular resources and what is going on? All right, listen to me. Well Planned Day planner was, I think, the first planner I actually bought. I used a journal initially, and then I used a binder, and then I was like, okay, finally I'm gonna go ahead and buy a homeschool planner. I couldn't find anything that really fit what I wanted because I'm in a portfolio state where I have to keep certain records. And then I stumbled upon this, and this is like back in 2018. Very easy for me to work around. What's different this year is that the Bible verses have been removed. There's actually a downloadable file for Christian families that may be watching this and still like that Bible reading plan in the year, that you can download that extra file and go ahead and do that, or you can wait for the custom planner and have those parts put back. What I've done, I kind of just ignore those parts, but now there's quite a bit of changes, which is exciting to me because that opens the door for families to be able to use this product or to perhaps go ahead and try it. So I am going to show you the brand new one first. All right, so this is the on the go. A lot of folks that thought that the Well Planned Day one was like too big, you know, they didn't want a full 8.5 by 11 size. They would use the on the go if they only had 1 kid, 2 kids, or whatever. whatever, and I will just show you how that looks. But now they've made one that specifically is all in one, a smaller size, and you can do home and homeschool in that. So this is called the day by day planner. So it's an academic year. It starts in July, and a 12-month planner. It's very colorful, so if you are someone that likes to sticker it up, you definitely can still do that. But if you're a functional planner and you want your planner to still look pretty, but you don't have time for all that, then hey, it already looks pretty for you. They did keep those little insert articles on here. What is different, they have quite a bit of stuff now. The peel and plans are pretty awesome. I've reviewed those. And they're gonna find QR codes. A lot of education that comes with the well-planned gal planners. And I will tell you this is always what I've said. It's like having a little best friend in your shoulder. There's always had been either articles or tips or suggestions in each month, and kind of just holding you by the hand, especially like if you're a newbie, maybe you are a veteran, but you need new inspirations, new things or ideas. That has always been something that's been very unique to the well-planned days. I've always really appreciated. So flexible planner for the homeschool moms, dads, or whoever. Anyway, so you can use the day-by-day planner for up to 3 students. So this particular one, if you have 3 and under students, then this may work for you if you don't want the full size planner. There is an introduction here, goes over different sections, what you will find, what's in the planner, my year, memories, curriculum, weekly activities log, monthly calendar, monthly note pages, monthly reading log, monthly school projects log. And I like how it gives you like ideas in the previous years about field trips and stuff. So now you just like scan a QR code to get like all the stuff and extra freebies for each month. Like there may be a podcast or a magazine or some educational resource and stuff. Now, I will not call this a secular planner. So yes, they did remove Bible verses. Yes, they made it so it's more diverse and inclusive, but I can't guarantee you that one of those QR codes are not going to lead to something that is a Christian-based resource or something like that. So that's why I won't say, oh, this is now a secular planner. I'm not going to say that because that's, on this spread here, you're going to find in all their planners that they're going to have an example of how to fill this out. Not that you have to do it that way. I love the little boxes. I'm a checklist person. I'm all about the checklist, but this is the layout that you're going to be dealing with for the whole entire year. And then it gives you an idea and then gives you little tidbits, not only just the writing, but it just gives you little ideas of what to do. Use a space to plan dinners, to keep track of appointments, sample with 1 student, sample with 2 students, sample with littles, sample with 3 students, so that you can see. I get these questions a lot of like, okay, well, how do I use this planner? How do I use this? How do I plan for this many things? So how to use, there's a lot of education. And then you get a link with your purchase to that place on their website, which will give you more information and more resources additionally for you. You have my year, just very small here, and important dates as well. You have the memory box, just like the large planner. School year memories, treasure read aloud books, number of books read this year, first book read, last book read. So a nice little memory keeper. This is why this planner has always been a great reverse planner for me, planning from behind, just to keep a record, because it has everything section that is required by my states for me to have. So here you're going to see, like, for each student, you can have student curriculum log, weekly activity logs, and then you can have a page for each student, or maybe so you have 3 of them set up, because this planner's for up to 3. If you only have 1 kid or 2, then you can stretch that out, maybe make 1 electives or something like that. You have a note page. This is something, my friends, that I'm super excited about. I kept saying it every single year I've review and done the flip through. Please put note pages in, please. They're there. All right, so I'm going to cover the QR code, friends. All right, so July, normally you would see some kind of quote or things like that, and on here on the bottom you would see a Bible verse. As you can see, that's no longer the case. It says just like a little follow us, so you can stay connected. You have some mini calendars, the one the previous month and the future month, and then you have a bar here for notes. Your July planning tips, you will go ahead and scan this QR code, and it's going to take you to a nice area to have have all your resources for that month. Here on your day by day, there is a section. Again, these are all in one planners. You don't have to use it for like your home management work or whatever, but know that you can, because they are formatted to be like these all in one setup. So money management is on here. I don't do that. I'm gonna be honest, I don't do that. Anyways, and then you have the note page on here. You have the reading log, and you'll find these in every month. So a lot of times, homeschool planners, they have certain number of reading logs, and you basically have to make those work for the entire year. So here is nicely divided every single month. So that is great. So student, the book, field trip log, and on here you have school projects and observations, maybe something that, you know, how your child is doing, what areas you need to work on, whatever. If you are a vertical planner, you're gonna love this because it's gonna have vertical planning Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then again, it showed you the example of how to fill this out depending on how many kiddos you're planning for. You have a note section, and then you are giving a space to jot some stuff down for the weekend. Remember, this is a 6x9 planner, so it is smaller, so it's gonna be looking a little bit more. And the QR code right here for your August planning tips. And then it continues on with that, and then it follows that color scheme. So again, this the reading, the field trips, and the logs. And then I will just quickly show you. You will find one of the things that Well Plan Day is known for is having a holiday prep section, and that will always usually be in November. So I'm going to take you to that. So that is on here as well. And you have like greeting cards. I'm going to show you this in the bigger form so you can see it in the big planners, but it is in the day-by-day planner. I just wanted to quickly show you that. At the end, so let's skip now to the end. All right, so the big planner has something a little bit bigger with these sections, but you still get these things on here. So you have the attendance log. This is for the second semester. You have it for the attendance log in the beginning as well. The progress report for second semester, and accomplishments, attendance, present. If you're in a state or a place that you have to keep attendance, that is something that is offered right there. The progress report, one for each student. So you have 3 of those. You have a vacation planning sheet, a trip itinerary if you want to go ahead and start mapping that out, a note at the end, and then a QR code for more stuff and goodies with your purchase. But so that is the day-by-day planner. The on the go is not exactly formatted for homeschooling. You're not going to have all those like same beginning pages that that has like homeschooling in mind. So this is really like they used to call like mom on the go, I want to say. But anyway, so this is like your on the go planner. If you want to keep things separate from your homeschool planner, this is a great one to add. Or maybe you just want this one to be your all-in-one because you're only homeschooling one kid, or maybe you're homeschooling really young kids. This is going to show you their achieve method. So Rebecca came up with this, the process of planning, and she takes you back through each one. So aspire, C for create goals, H for highlight benchmarks, I for incorporate, schedule, plan, organize, and tackle. Evaluate progress, V is for visualize success, E is for earn reward. And then she breaks down this planning process, especially if it's something that you're just not good at and you need a lot of hand holding. So acknowledge the area of achieve. You go from the achieve method, and then you go to aspire, identify goals in the planning that she helps frame it out for you, so it's in digestible pieces of how to really look at those individual elements and components and have a great successful year. Then the other part, which is like goal setting and intentions in mind, is aspire, the acronym aspire, which is acknowledge the area of focus, specify a desire, period of time, and implementing, recognize obstacles and effective date. So which there's a lot of science behind a certain time limit that you give certain goals and stuff. So to create, you're going to see the example of creating the goal here and what that will look like, and then here you see how it's highlighted of what areas you are doing for each section, as you can see there, and it continues on. Then highlighting benchmarks. So it's not just like a blurb and then, okay, have fun. This was really, really interesting to me. I really appreciate this. And as a planner nerd, I absolutely love that. And then there's like some downloads. There's a lot of extensions to these planners, because you scan a code and there's gonna be like a avenue of stuff that you can grab from it. And then here you have like the benchmarks, an example of that setup as well, and how that looks in action if you were to do that, and different areas of your life. Now the benchmarks in this method is inside the regular well-planned day planner, and I'm going to show you how that is applied with homeschooling in mind. So incorporate spot. And then here you have your sample schedule for their layout. Monday through Sunday, with your weekend split on here. So there's no hourly slots for the weekends, just like little empty boxes, so that you can list it out. Again, this is a 6x9 planner, so it's gonna be a little bit more compressed. You're gonna have my routine on the left side. You have a mini calendar on the top, the cleaning schedule, and this is gonna be blank. I'm gonna show you the actual spread. Cleaning schedule, again, this is like home management, everything. Meal plans on the right. I really love this planner. I think it's cool. I really do. And then, so you have the checklist there, so you can list like maybe your top priorities or just things that just need to be checked off. And anything that's time sensitive, you can go ahead and list on here or block it off. So folks before have used this as a homeschool planner as well, and all-in-one, if they didn't have that much to write, have all these individual articles every single month like they had in previous years, because you're going to be able to link to those planner tips for that month and things like that. And I appreciate that space was now used to give you a note page. Really like that change quite a lot. All right, so then you're still going over through their process and examples at the beginning, how to use an evaluation sheet, weekly check-ins, evaluation benchmarks. So whatever your goals that you're setting, your visualization, your rewards, monthly evaluation, this is what that's gonna look like. So here's your first monthly spread, 2-page spread. The first note is just gonna have something on there, and then the month after that, you have a nice little big area here with notes, and then you're gonna see your July planning tip QR code is right there. So you just scan it and go and use the resource, read it, or ignore it, however you like. Then there's no pages. All right, I totally geeked out over this change. This is probably one of my favorite changes that they have done, is the note pages. All right, I'm okay. All right, so, and I had not seen the on the go in person. I had seen the flip through online. So maybe there was some note pages there before. I know that the well-planned day planner didn't have the note pages. So again, here's your actual spread for your monthly evaluation. Money management, as you saw in the day by day, is also included. Projects, so maybe you have some house projects or whatever, not key information, progression on there, so you can use that as you see fit. And here's your empty layout for you to use, as we explained before, and that continues on just the same. I like how it's highlighted right there on the mini month of what week that you are in, so you can have that nice little visual reference, especially if you kind of just go all over the place. Continues on just the same. So I am going to just flip through this real quick so you can just see the color changes and the color dynamics throughout. This also includes your holiday planner, right? So you have the greeting cards, decorating checklist. I'm going to show you how it looks bigger in the bigger planner, obviously. Decorating shopping lists, and so on. Obviously, I'm going to show you on here, so I'm not going to spend too much time. It does say Christmas shopping. What I always did, I changed it, like I used a washi and I put Hanukkah. And that's it. Because everything else, it's not specific. It doesn't say like Christmas light or anything. It just says gifts to purchase, store, family and friends, child, and things like that. So, if you celebrate Christmas and even a secular family or whatever, you can still use it as is. And if you're another faith, then, you know, you can decide if it's something you would like to change. The holiday tradition. Plan ahead with the on-the-go planner. You have the same vacation setup here. So you can do some vacation planning, which I should be doing. Like we leave in, I don't know, like 2 weeks. Have I done any decisions? Probably not. All right, so planning ahead, you can look at 2023, July 2023, and just start jotting things down from here as you're waiting for like your new planner. They usually release their planners pretty early before July, so you're good to go. So then plan ahead, important dates, some notes that you may want to take, and so on at the end. So again, that is the Busy Gal planner on the go. You just want to add this because you want to keep your homeschool planning and your life planning separate. This is a great planner to have as a personal one. Slide this little baby in and you can zip it right up. This doesn't have the ring like the large one, and I love it. I'm excited for it. But if you have like a small notebook or something, you know, these are great. They know, like, I'm their biggest fan when it comes to those portfolios. So the main attraction, my friends, the Well Planned Day, the original. Now, we talked about that they're gonna have a custom option, so that's coming out soon. They also have this same planner in a landscape view for large families, right? So you can fit up to 4 students in this planner. This is one of the accessories I also received, which is a removable cover and is reversible. So look at that, Jazz. Look how beautiful that is. So this is actually the cover that comes with your planner. If you want to add other colors, just like Erin Condren and stuff like that, these are like nice heavy duty things. Let me show you. I mean, this planner is from, and this is not even the same thickness. This was thinner. This planner's from 2018 and I used it every single day, and look at it. Looks new. Newish. Anyway, so they do really hold up. Anyway, so this is the cover that comes with your original planner. So know that there's a couple of options, and you have a 3-hole punch, and you're like, why? Why? Well, let me show you how you can do. This is one of their binders that they had from last year, which I received as well. And this is where I keep my kiddos' samples of their work, and it's empty now because we just did our evaluation. But this planner, my friends, that you're working with, it fits in a 3-ring binder. I think that's awesome sauce to me. All right, so you have the same little welcome page. This belongs to, you know, your introduction to their website and all that jazz. This year at a glance, so you can see that, and any important dates. You have the school year memories. That's all the same. You can go ahead and paste a picture on there. You have these things to document those first subject finished, curriculum completed, the most progress made, funniest moment this year. All these different little tidbits that you can have as a keepsake. So my planners have always been a keepsake to me. So here, the Achieve method, it is cover again, in full detail as you saw it on the Go planner. And then you have the Aspire part, create the goal, and continue with that. And you have all this set up on here. You have the benchmarks. Now you have the benchmarks that you can go ahead and relate these to your homeschool planning and overall picture. I freaking love this. I do. My planner heart just loves things like this. And so here it is. You don't have to use every single section of this, but it's here. And it just has a beautiful example of it. 30 days in 6 weeks, 60 days, 12 weeks, you know, of where you want to be. And especially if you're pacing, maybe you're not a year-round homeschooler and you need to pace, so you need to finish by a certain time if that's something that is important to you. Class plan, you can put a little picture of your child's on here. I never really did that. I should do that. I really should. And then you put their information on here. This is like their curricula. This is great for my portfolio review. It's like, here you go. Here's all the information. It's right there. Additional literature that you needed to purchase. Obviously, that's not a lot of space, but that's just maybe something specific. Expenses, if you need to keep that in mind. And then the benchmarks for each particular student. So you're going to have 4 of these because this planner is for up to 4 students. If you have 5 or something, you can figure out how to double some kids up. You can definitely do that. Math, history, science, language arts, and then some blank space for other subjects that you may do. And then again, it instructs you and gives you all that information of how to do the benchmarks on there. So that repeats because again, you're going to have enough of these spreads for 4 students. And then you're going to have incorporate spot, handling homeschooling day by day. So, and then you're going to go from that particular aspect and learning about that. Then you're going to see the example of how to use your planner, the weekly spread. So one of the biggest differences you're going to notice that instead of saying Bible, usually just like wipe that out or changed it to something else. So instead of saying that, it now says family focus. So that makes it more inclusive. So whatever your family dynamics may be, that's great. You'll have a teaching tip here. You'll have some scanning QR codes as well throughout. And this is basically how to utilize it. So you have your weekly spread. This is a vertical layout, Monday through Friday with some weekend slots here on the side. You have some dinner menu on here to do this week and organize because again, this is also an all-in-one planner. Let me show you all the beautiful things about the Well-Planned Day Planner and why I love it so much. Even though I can never use just one planner because that's not who I am as a person. You have a school schedule if you do school rhythm or things like that, or maybe you have things on certain days, that certain lessons that are certain times, and you want to do that even if you don't have a strict like rigid type of schedule, but maybe you want to note like when you have specific things. Then you have the evaluate part, and then it shows you how to use this part as well, so you can go a little deeper. Then you have the notes. Can we have a moment of silence for the note page? Thank you. Thank you very much. All right, let the school year begin. This is the beginning of the planner. So obviously all this stuff at the beginning was all great education for you and your homeschool kiddo. So you have your 2-page spread. As you can see, it's super large, nice and great, and it starts in July, the academic year, which is great. And you have no Bible verse and no quote, right? So you have the June, the previous month, and the month after that. So then you have the notes section on the blank on the side, and then you're gonna have your planning tip QR code right on here that you can go ahead and scan for all those extra tidbits that you're used to seeing in the other planner. Plus, you would see like a little Bible verse on here, and then the so that's no longer there. So you instead have a QR code for planning tips, and it's focused on planning and your home pages that is unique to the Well-Planned Day Planner. You have the daily cleaning schedule. Monday through the weekend slot, then around the house, progress this month, home and family. These are removable shopping things that you can take. I have my kiddos like automatically come to my planner and they take one of these off to make their own little shopping list and give them to me. So every single month has these, and you can just remove them and take it to the grocery store. If you're a digital person, you can ignore me, but you know, if you're here watching a planner thing, you're not a digital person, or not strictly at least. Then a moment of silence for my note page. Thank you. So then you have the reading section. This is on every single month. This is fantastic to me, my friends. You know why? Because every single time you have a few pages in the beginning that you're supposed to, especially if you're literature based, and fit every single literature in there. Well, that's not always every single month. You have these in there, and you can indicate what they read that particular month and have that accurate record there. Then you have a so these could be your independent reads, and if you have 2 kiddos, you can use 2 boxes for the kiddo or whatever, maybe separated by section, nonfiction, fiction, whatever. Read alouds, library books, due dates, so you can have a visual reference of any library books and due dates. And if you're thinking, I have like 50 books, then I totally get it. That's fine. You don't need to put that there, but maybe you can put like some books that you need to hold. That's a great thing to do. Then there's field trips, trip location, date, and to do. This is great. One of the first thing I learned in my first evaluation, one of the first questions they asked was like, what were your field trips? And I was like, because I forgot to write those down. Like I only wrote like a couple of things. So now like I have it all in there. So we're all good and gravy. All right, so then you have some free downloads each month. You have some downloads, maybe some special classes, some webinars, some resources, whatever not. So like for this particular month, you have book lists for fine arts challenge for high schoolers, developing creativity, activity guide for art museums. So again, I can't guarantee that all of this is going to be secular. The planner is definitely much easier to use now that if you're not a Christian family. You don't have to like, do edits, which was really not that bad. There was only like a couple of edits I had to do, and I absolutely love Rebecca and the company, and they are absolutely a fabulous team, and I will like support them like all days on end because I love them so much. Anyway, so July podcast highlights. If you're a podcast person, that will be on there. I'm not a podcast person. I really have to love you to listen to your podcast. July teaching course, they're going to have that to the homeschool career. They're going to have like, all these different things that kind of reminds me of like Brave Learner Home, but it's in your planner. So how awesome is that, right? Okay, so I'm just trying to cover as much as the QR code as I can. Then you have a little teaching tip here. So for example, combining subjects. Do you struggle to find space for all the important read aloud time? Combine read alouds with science, history, or even language arts. Take turns reading, add in funny voice, and have fun. And there's just like these different little tidbits that are relatable and great, especially if like you're new to this, or maybe you're just looking for new inspiration. Who knows? All right, so as I said, on the sidebars, you're going to see family focus, math, history, science, language arts, and 2 blanks below. If those subjects do not fit whatever you do, they're like the core stuff, you could definitely just go ahead and change them. These pages are also numbered. Notice that this year we do not have the tabs, the little indent tabs on bookmarks that can snap in. There's page marks. They have these tabs this year. I didn't get those that you can add to the individual month if you don't want to use this as a book or just a bookmark and you need to have the tabs. I like the clean look. But that is something they do offer, and that's a change. So the tabs the little indents are not there anymore. So you have that full space on there. Again, you have the mini months, the to-do, the dinner menu, organize the weekend, and tips for the month of August. And then the same thing, your daily clean schedule, your shopping list, and all that stuff. So one of the things I have noticed that is not in here, but again, they have all these, it's not on here, is these little removable daily chore charts. Did I use them? Laminated, they're cool, and I dig them, daily school schedule type of thing, and so you can like just go write them. So these are not in that anymore because they offer some different things. So you have my moment of silence blank page, and then here just so you can get an idea of the free ebooks, activity guides for community kindness, writer's one, teacher's guide, biographies, and all that. It's just a mixture of things every single month. Professional development for yourself that you can have, and who knows what kind of inspirations you pull from that. Then here's a geography tip, and then that continues on. So let's go. Okay, so really quick, I'm going to show you the benchmarks that you have. So here you have the 30 days, 6 weeks in. So you can go ahead, this is how they explained it in the beginning, and then you have these like in between at those specific marks. So you hear 30 days, 6 weeks, evaluation, visualize, reward, and go from there. And then you have that for 90 days, and then semester success. So student, you can put whatever their highlight was, which I love, semester notes. And then if you have to keep records of their attendance, you have one for each child. Again, this is for up to 4 kids. So attendance record you can have on there with their individual form. If you have to keep grades, especially if you have older kiddos, high schoolers, middle schoolers, you can jot down grades here, progress and accomplishments, a grading scale, and then that continues on, and you have that repeats for enough for 4 children, right? And let's go back so you can see a glimpse of the holiday in the full size. So this, again, you'll find that in November for holiday planning. And greeting cards, decorating checklists, decorating shopping lists. What would you like your celebration to involve this year? Events and parties, holiday plans. Again, it says Christmas. I would change that to Hanukkah. Children, so you can put individual lists for them. Their to-do lists on here. I like how it says the store, so you could itemize this based on the store that you're gonna shop at. And then it continues on, Etsy shops, other websites, online shopping, Amazon, tradition planning, new notes and to-do lists and all that stuff, so you can get more in the full-size planner. And then you go on to the next month's. And that continues on. You can see just a glimpse at the color scheme and those benchmarks. I love the benchmarks. I love those in between things that really shows that great picture of, you know what, this is where we're at, this is where we're looking, this is where we're heading, this is what we need to do to get to our ultimate goals, or hey, we're doing awesome, I can relax a bit. All right, and you know, you should relax regardless. So here at the end, you have the grading logs for this semester, the notes, and then you're at the end, you're gonna have a review. So student name, education, you have the subjects. Reflect on how your child is developing emotionally, intellect, social skills, motor and sensory skills, thinking and reasoning skills, physical growth and language development, and then curriculum ideas as you plan for next year. And you have one for each kiddo to do that. So obviously you're gonna have some extra if you don't have 4 kids. And then this is the planning ahead section that you saw the little version of it. Then summer bucket list is included in this planner. Which is pretty cool. I don't even remember if that's new. Is it summer bucket list, vacation plans that you saw in the other planner. Then next year, so you can look ahead at these dates, mark off anything that it's important. And then you have report cards. So this is something that they've always had, and you can pull it out and give a physical copy to your kiddo. It looks like a pretty card and it folds up. Semester 1, comments. So if your kiddo is someone that's striving that kind of feedback, or if you are doing high school credits or whatever, not for whatever reason, this is your jam or you're required to, it's in here. So the student name, the academic subjects, and blank spaces for you to do whatever other subjects you like. Literature completed, semester 1 and semester 2, maybe put the required literature on there. Enrichment and events. Grading scale, the extra cover. I just wanted to show you the 2 sizes, so I put both covers on so you can take a look. So as you can see, the changes are quite a bit, but they added, for everything they took away, they added quite a bit. This is the full size portfolio, and in teacher guides in here for Blossom and Rude, Brave Writer, and things like that. So this one has a 3-ring binder to it. So that way you can add your planner into it if you want as well. And then have any teacher guides or stuff like that right behind it. And this has the pockets. This was, I had this sent to me last year, but I have the small one this time, which you can keep so much stuff. Like so much organized in here, and the 3-ring binder makes this so versatile as well. And you can see they also have, if erasable pen is your jam, they also have quite a bit of them and highlighters as well have on here in its zipper pouch. So you can see I have a bunch of my teacher guides in here, all easy reference, which I pull like 9 weeks at a time, and that's what I print, and that's how I like to keep my teacher guides down all in one full size one, and there's a little one, and they have a couple of other color options for you. If you need my input on which one you're wrestling between a couple options or whichever not, make sure you drop it in the comments down below. I'll take a look at those. Make sure you tune in. I will have this within a couple of days, a full review of the student planners, which are fabulous and has tons of resource pages as well. The high school planner, my friends, I am in love. So make sure you tune in for that. I will focus only on those two. It won't be as long because we're only gonna look at those student planners. So any questions you have, and thank you again to the Well Planned Gal team for sending this my way for my review. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.